What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm JD, and today we're going to attempt to actually beat Option Not Included. So this is episode 1 of my first of our attempt to beat the game. I've got like almost 3,000 hours into it, and I've never beaten the game. I've always just gotten distracted about halfway through, came back, and it just started over. I'd get to like the mid-game and just never really get to the end game that often. So we're going to start with just the base game, no DLC. Figured, if I'm going to try to buy the Bionic DLC and the Prehistoric Planet Impact DLC, I should probably beat the game before, I start spending more money on it. So yeah, figured just go back to the base game I've never beaten and, put it in there. I was thinking about actually doing it on the Frosty pack, just to add a little bit of more interest to it. So I'm gonna spin it a few times. Oh, actually, do we want the Geo? I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, we'll just go with this. Was gonna re-roll a few times, but I'm relatively happy with that. So let's jump into it then. Alright. I'm gonna go through and get our dupes up, and I will be right back. Alright. Now I'm back. We've got our 3 dupes. We got one, somebody's into research and supply and operating. Our next one's in the digging and building. And our third one's in the digging, or building, tidying, and decorating. Here's what their stats are. The name of our colony. And we're gonna jump into it. It's gonna be the Frosty Pit. Yeah. Alright, well now let's take a quick look around, see what where our resources and stuff are. We want to rush down to here. And just kind of dig out. Alright. Take all that. We'll take that out that way. And there we go. That should get us going. I really tend to try to get a outhouse and at least a couple beds down in the first day, but we'll see how that works. Because we really do need to get down to this, because this has some research for us to unlock. We're gonna speed up time. Right. Yeah. I tend to like to go with 64 square tiles. But I like to go with 64 room size rooms, which should be that big. It's 72. Is it 64? Is that let me go. Let's double check. What is the? Yes, it is. 64 tends to be the average room size. All right. Okay. So then we want to build. Alright, so there's some doors on the end. So I did already build it right. Alright, I just think I was making it too big. But that is not the case. I'm gonna change this up just because I like symmetry. Just lace this stuff out real quick. Alright, and we'll get to building. We'll build the outhouse. I'm gonna build it over there. Yeah. Maybe a door here. Maybe a sink. So, door. This will be a sink, 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 sink. Okay, so the first house can go right there. Perfect. I say have to tear stuff up and rebuild it. So you waste time. And we'll build a few cots while we're at it. And I guess we're just gonna have to tear them up and relocate them. It is what it is. But you know, that's the most important thing in the beginning, is really just at least get a outhouse down and a few cots for them to sleep in, even if it's not, you know, room bonuses. And you see they're gonna be running kind of slow for a minute. So they start getting heated. We're gonna change the priority of everything. That's important to get up and running before tomorrow. We really need to focus on getting ranching up and running, because we really need wood off of these little squirrel looking reindeer things, because their antlers are wood. So we need to get them ranched up ASAP so we can get heat. Alright, now we got some cots down, we got a bathroom down. We at least have a bare minimum to call it a base, really. Let's get rid of these. And now we'll just, you know, we're going to let them have at it. And we'll plan out some actual, like, base. Not sure what we're going to put over there. Probably be farming, actually. Just wanted to get it preemptively laid out. We will have to figure out how to melt some water, get some water going. Definitely a lot harder than just your normal start, considering everything's frozen right now. But that's okay. We'll get it going. We'll crank it up to max speed. And day 2. I'm just going to be skipping through the night unless we actually start having building and stuff going on. Because, they're just sitting there sleeping. No need to, add that to the video. So you just know, Yeah, we're going to lay out some rooms, get some building going. We need to get power established and a few other things. So let's work on that right now. Let's see, we'll go 4 down. And there we go. Anybody trapped? No. You look like you're trapped, but you're not. We'll lay out power in our power room down here. I like to do 2 wheels just for simplicity. We'll have to build up a bedroom, which I think we'll put over here above the bathrooms. Actually, no, we'll put it right here above the center. I'm gonna put the mess hall over here on the side so we have a little area to put like a cooling area to store food and stuff. Just be easier that way. Alright. Put in our doors. Put in our cots. At least now the bathroom's set up. We still need to get water. We need to still get down here and get this done and get this science done. Unlocked. Sorry, we can quit sleeping in the cold. Right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow it up. Okay, it was just nobody got trapped in the cave-in. Saw the cave-in. It's like, whoa, now we need to calm it down a little bit. Make sure nobody gets trapped. Alright. Kind of chew through these commands real quick. Shouldn't hopefully not take them too long. Alright, good. Good, I'm glad they're actually, we will tell them just to focus on this up here. Once they get the actual barracks made, we'll tear up these old beds, get a research lab set up. We do still need to put in oxygen production though. Alright. I'm just going to allow them to go get to work a little bit. But yeah, no, I've always had fun setting up the beginning of the base and laying it out and everything. It just always just, I don't know, never really finished. Never launched the rocket. I think I always just stopped at rockets. I get to like building an industrial brick, and then that's about where I'd end up getting distracted. And by the time I come back and try to lay out an industrial brick and whatnot, I just kind of get demotivated. Yeah. I just not find it fun because I'd just be lost. And you know, because it ended up being, a month or two before I get back to the colony. So by then I've already, forgotten what I was doing, what I was trying to lay out and stuff. And so, so let's see what we got. We don't need anybody extra right now. The only way we would have taken somebody was if they actually had ranching skilled. And we don't, so we'll just take the sand and bam. Alright, and now back to I keep wanting to press the 1, 2, 3, 4 and stuff for speed, and it's not, it's tab. It's tab to speed it up. Alright, then we'll come up in here. We'll have them deconstruct some of these since they don't need them anymore. So now we got real beds. Yeah, alright. And we'll just, just keep going through. We'll get this all laid out. We do need research. Before I forget. I will forget. Where do we want to put it? We'll put it over here by the food for right now. Turn up the power, which is going to be horrible for the moment. Probably should focus on having them prioritize getting down there right now. So let's do that. And just watch the little, little ants work. Get the base built up and laid out and stuff. I did kind of give them a big list of things to do while they're cold, so they move slower, so it takes longer. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Oh, that's right. I gotta make them harvest this little oxygen alloy plant. I forgot that those gave oxalite. So we don't starve or not starve to death. I mean, that is a concern. We do need to get food up and running, but suffocate. Oh, my brain was just not working there for the word I was trying to come up with. They both start with an S. Starvation and suffocation. Both things we are both trying to avoid right now. Alright. So we've got the wood heater, ice liquefier, and wooden tiles. Hell yeah. Alright. Now we can make water to go for go in our wash basin, and we do need to relay this out if we want to put this here. Let's go with, oh, that's a horrible blue. Let's do relative temperature, and then let's bring it to, I feel like negative. Like roughly negative 20. There we go. That works. Because, you know, I'm a filthy American, so I use Fahrenheit instead of Celsius. You know, I get it for science purposes and whatnot, but I don't know. I kind of prefer knowing how the temperature feels to the human body and not how it feels to a body of water. You know, I know I'm mostly made up of water, but, you know. Kind of prefer to know how it feels to me physically. Alright, finally science. Cooking first or metal refinery? I feel like cooking first is probably always the best move. Okay, we gotta set up our priorities. Where is our... Alright, we want to make everybody disallow. There we go. And we'll adjust those. Actually, yeah, let's make your building higher. Prioritize digging, but really focus building. We'll have you focus building, but really focus on digging. And there we go. Now we got that all set up. You know, priorities are important. And now we can just kind of chunk away. Got water now finally? Yeah. Alright, things are coming along. Good, good. So what else do we need? Food? Should we do food next? Yeah, I think we should focus on food. Which is probably, yeah. You know, I got the research going. So as soon as they're done researching, we can actually start building actual stuff. Oh, I guess we can build the kitchen first. I'm gonna build it here and then have... Yeah, we'll build it here. And just put the dining hall above it. Alright. Got most of that built up. We're still sciencing up a little bit. Let's kind of work our way through it. Let's see, where else do we need to head? Let's kind of look ahead. We need probably ranch these guys. I really need to focus on ranching the squirrel people. Or people, huh? The little squirrel reindeers. What do we need for them? They need pike apple. Alright, which I believe are these, yep. And these need phosphate. Which is, we're getting a bunch of phosphate from mining, but we need to figure out a steady way of generating phosphate. Plume squashes, which I'm sure, yep, there's that. And that turns into, okay, that can be crushed into phosphate and clay. Regal, huh? Let's just get fancier for. Alright. We'll have to figure out a more consistent phosphate generation, but for now I think we might be okay with what's just out in the world. And we just got new sciences. Do we want to... Yeah, let's start with some planters over here. We'll just be tearing these up later anyways. But we need to get some food down. I don't think we can actually grill anything for a minute. Yeah, like I don't think this actually is going to be useful for us in the micro masher until we start growing better food. I think all they can make us right now is mush bars. That is not what we are trying to make right now. Plant up all of these. What, this up a little spot? So yeah, I think these aloe vera things, they consume carbon, right? Fertilize ice, live in carbon. Okay, yeah. So that's our early oxygen generation plants instead of algae. Which is fine. We'll have to build a little carbon pit. Build that down there. All the carbon float down, and just we'll build a little farming area with the aloe vera generate oxygen for us, and it'll consume the carbon. And we'll be all set. I always end up just giving these big work orders. I think it's just I don't forget to give them something to do. So I will get distracted. Oh, we got some skills. What we got? We got what's our science? Yep. We'll give her. We're gonna give everybody advanced research right now, just because it gives everybody more science, and more science means more experience faster, so they can skill up sooner. Yeah, no, we're just gonna finish getting this farm laid out. Yeah, we're gonna finish getting our farm set up. And what we need to research more? What do we want to research now? We'll research advanced science. So that way we can just kind of rush stuff that we're looking for. Got the farm set up. We're digging out the carbon pit right now. Let's get that a little bit more airway accessible. Kind of have a kitchen going, even though it's functionally useless right now. Because, you know, we're not trying to make mush bars. I mean, we will if we need to, but I would rather avoid it. Try to keep our wiring halfway decent looking. We don't want to copy those settings. There we go. We do need a farmer and or a rancher. We will give Ellie her hat. And then, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to set up this little wood heater for them. We're going to put one there. Do we want to put it? No, we don't want to put it there. Okay, so we need to put it... Yeah, I think with it being cold, we gotta reset up our bedrooms. So I do believe that now we have to build it with little heaters in mind. Actually, no. Cancel deconstruction of that. And then... Okay, so the overlap on that one, that's fine. That's whatever. Alright, farmer. Farming. Yeah, I did say I wanted a farmer. Allergy. I mean, could be worse. And then they can run the seed science. Oh no. Seed science is with spaced out. We're not doing spaced out right now. That's okay. Alright, what? Our new farmer. We will give them research also, you know, basic start, so that way they can rush more experience. Alright, just gotta let them kind of build and get things caught up really. Don't want to keep adding on to their list of stuff. You know, that happens. They make a mess, which thankfully, with it being cold, it'll just freeze. You don't have to mop it all. Which is, you know, one bonus of being in the ice biome or the icy start. Is that, you know, don't have to worry about them walking through a bunch of messy water. And with all them making a mess, it's why I was trying not to give them too many orders. But it is what it is. I was hoping they'd get extra outhouses built before that happened, but they clearly did not. But, you know, at least we don't have to mop. We have somebody rummage through that, get a coat. And now we got the little heaters going on. They'll be able to warm up and move at normal speeds now. Let's see, what else do we need to... Just need to focus on getting the oxygen room built. And we'll be all set. I didn't realize I was trying to get them to mine through something we can't dig through yet. So tell them not to worry about that right now. So I have to keep looking at that no dig notification. We'll set up our oxygen area down here. That should be enough. I believe it's yeah, it's at least 2 plants per dupe for the carbon dioxide. So it's 500 milligrams a second. I believe dupes pump out. Where is it? Bio? Is that where it is? No. It's in stats then. Used to tell you. Was that mod? I was pretty sure that was not mod. I was pretty sure. Oh, you're holding your breath. Is that why I'm not? What about you? Why is it? They changed that. They used to tell you where you could see how much carbon dioxide they spit out. Ah, right here. Excelling. See, I knew there was a spot. I was just blind and dumb. Just blind and dumb. It was clearly not reading. Game center use breathing regularly. 2,000. Are you a mouth breather? No. Okay, so it's 4 plants per duplicate? Okay, I thought it was 2 plants. Finally did 1,000. That's understandable. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need at least, what, 4 for 4, 16? What we got right now? We got 12. Plus what, 1, plus like a couple wild ones? Don't think that's going to be good enough, but there we go. That should make up the difference, because that should be what, the extra 4? Yeah. Alright. Now we got that taken care of. Oh yeah. New blueprint. What we get? Anything interesting at least? Meh. I mean, I don't even think we even have enough seeds for this. But we can try. Oh, we need science. Power? Power. Power. Okay, and should probably head to hydrogen. Yeah, we want to head to hydrogen first for making a spawn. Alright. I'm just gonna lay out our science area. We don't need those right now. We could use that up here. Yeah, we'll figure out a different place for a nature reserve. Might use the mod that lets you build ground blocks again, kind of like the dirt and stuff, and kind of build an artificial nature reserve. But we'll have to see. Right now, we do have 0 mods. Oh, maybe I should do another mod review video. There are some base mods that I do like using that I feel should just be part of the game. Like being able to put down a dirt block. I do feel that, should just be able to do that. Get everything cleaned up. We got our oxygen production down here set up. We got our farm set up. We do believe we need significantly more planter boxes. But yeah, alright. Now we just gotta let them get caught up. Actually, we should probably build a bit more an appropriate kitchen right here. Alright. Just gotta let them get caught up. Just kind of focus on getting everything kind of established so that we can go out and explore the different biomes and find more resources. Just really what we're gonna need. We need to find more metals and stuff, and we are running out of wood quickly. So we need to find something to replace our ladders with. Because right now all we have is wood, and we need to get into digging out some granite or something, or some other natural resources that we currently don't have access to, because we don't have a miner that can dig harder minerals. But we do actually have, got somewhat of a kitchen established now. Still need to get it cooked though. We do need to set up that branch. That's it. Probably sooner rather than later. And if I remember correctly, I think it's what, like 96 tiles or something like that? What is it? Yep, 96 tiles. Alright. We'll start laying them out up here, and we'll just kind of stack our way up. Always gotta be planning ahead. If not, everybody suffocates. I've learned that one too many times. Are we getting enough plants? It looks like we're getting enough plants. I am worried about the food situation though. Oh no, we want to actually just set that to 1. Oh, what we got here? We got warm coat. Who is not? Somebody's got the cold resistant trait. Who was it? So I know not to get them. Or did I not? Or did we not take somebody? I just see dupes, but I think we just saw dupes with it. No, frostproof. Okay, this person is frostproof, so Ren does not need it. Let's give it to Ellie. So she can science faster. Oh, that's right. They did add the can slip and fall and walk on ice with that, with the I see biome plant. Oh. They have nothing to do. Okay. And that's what we were trying to prevent. And we want them to have something to do. Okay. Now, this is where I always kind of struggled. It's more just deciding which direction to go or what to have them do. Let's just have them keep focusing on building out this ranch. For the moment, like I said, this is kind of useless to us. This is the only real thing that we could probably really make, but we need to get a cook to use it. Should probably build some sort of water purification area down here preemptively, or at least kind of get one started. Actually, I also like to use this as like a fertilizer area. And what I do is I build a bit of a barrier right here, so that way it traps the polluted oxygen up here to get filtered by the oxygen filter or a couple of them that we'll install in here. Because this is where we will be putting our composters, but we need stone. We need to unlock at least granite. Okay, that's okay. We can get that prepped. At least get it, built. It gives them something to do. Now, hopefully, we can get some of this, access to some of this food a little sooner rather than later. So that way we don't have to worry about our people starving. Because that is something we do need to worry about until our farms get up and running. As you can see, we are down to 4,000 calories, which is not good. We definitely need to get that changed. But what's worse is not having duplicates working. That means that we have bailed. They're just standing around idle. At least for right now. Later in the game, the goal will probably be to have them stand around idle. It's because, everything will be automated. But right now, that is not the goal. If they're not working, they're dying. It's kind of how that's going to have to work. We're sciencing. We have the water refinement area set up. We have our oxygen production down here set up. We've got food. How long do we got? It takes 3 days. We have half. Okay, yeah. Perfect. Perfect. We'll enable auto harvesting on these. I think these run on roughly the same cycle as meal would from a base start, which is 800 calories per drop. Yeah, so I think this should be rough mental napkin math. should be about 3 to 4 plants per duplicate. I think I'm going to err on the side of 4 plants, so we want the same amount of plants. Yes, we want 16, and I'm pretty sure we had 12. 11. We do have some wild ones. I think we'll just be good with that for right now. Bring that across. I mean, once we can dig in, we'll be access all the sleet weed over here. That'll really buff up our food. So we can just start making sleet wheat buns and stuff, and that'll lessen the burden on food production. And it'll definitely increase morale. But we need to get it cooked. That is definitely on the high priority list. Alright, perfect. Our food's going back up. We're looking a little bit better. Ooh. And what do we got? We have cook. Oh. I mean, you ask and you shall receive, apparently. Apparently my RNG is not that good. And they can help out with farming. Considering, you know, they're not going to be cooking all the time. Yep, no, we'll take you, Nails. Welcome to the Frosty Pit. We actually, unlike everybody else who gets science, we're going to give you grilling first, so that way we can actually make use of you. I'm going to say make that forever. And we'll give you high priority. I'll tell everybody else no cooking except for you. But alright, yeah, no. We got, looks like we should have food hopefully taken care of. I did have to rearrange Nails' bed. Apparently she's a whiny little crybaby, and the small amount of light from the fire kept her up at night. Granted, it wasn't keeping anybody else up. So, you know, I don't understand what her problem is. She doesn't have anything in her traits that should make her sensitive to the brightness of the light coming from the fire. But apparently it is just ever so 600. 675. Alright, so it is just ever so bright on this side, which is kind of weird that is this breaking through? It might be. Yeah, it's kind of weird that this is extra bright right in this area, but not anywhere else, really. Huh. Might have to move this up, because if that light is interfering up here, then that'll cause problems. tear all that out. That's fine. Well, let's see, everything seems to be working for right now. Oxygen seems to be clicking along. Food seems to be working. Science is working. We do need better batteries. That's right. Let's deconstruct these batteries for right now. We'll build the bigger batteries. Because we brought in jumbo bats. We'll put one there. Put in two. And there we go. That should get us up and running. We don't need oxygen generators because we have plants generating oxygen. We actually should science up the oxalite stances. Stances? I'm saying that wrong. I know I'm saying that wrong. Little oxalite holders. I believe they should be down here and yeah, right here. Oxalite sconce. We should science that. But we'll finish this up first, and then we'll switch over. So we have a place to put our oxalite. We also need to build a spot to store our food. Oh, we still need raw minerals. That is one thing holding us back right now, is we really need at least hard digging. Alright. Do our miners have hard digging yet? It looks like nobody is ready to level up just yet. But probably next what, couple days, or on day 10, yeah. Gotta make sure to get everybody food though. And then what? This is atmosphere. Okay, that's fine. I'd rather there be not enough carbon dioxide. I mean, that to be honest is probably a good thing. I actually feel like we probably need to set up some wood burners just to generate enough carbon dioxide to actually keep generating oxygen. Yeah, I feel like we're not generating enough carbon dioxide to make oxygen, which sounds really weird to say, but I do feel like that is a thing. And we need to not let them eat that, because we need them to eat the pineapple skewer instead of the grizzly pineapple itself, or pike apple. Yeah, at least goes with the pour. But no, we'll have to build a proper mess hall and stuff like that. We'll have to lay that all out. But we'll have to save laying out that stuff for the next episode. But yeah, no, we got quite a bit ahead for us. We got a mess hall, more food, more excavation. We need to figure out some way of producing carbon dioxide and some other stuff. And you know, we'll get it figured out and whatnot. But I will see you guys all in the next one. Don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe. Later.